On YouTube, I've started to see a lot of people teaching how to create testimonial or review videos with AI avatars for user-generated content ads, which are actually testimonials and reviews. And so this is one of them where he's showing, okay, you can take a picture of it, or you can make an avatar, you can bring them to life, and you can have them hold your product, and you can have them say what you want them to say about your product, pretending that they've actually experienced it and they're recommending it, and therefore people should buy it. Same here, he's doing the same thing. Here's the product, here's the fake avatar. And just today, I came across actually two very major people on YouTube, people that I've respected and followed for quite a while, also pushing this as a great thing to do. But you'll see as we progress why it's not. And there are companies and people on Fiverr, and they're offering these user-generated content AI ads, AI UGC ads, AI realistic avatars for product and business. And they're offering these $10, $30, $40. And they're creating these fake reviews and fake testimonials for you. Now, this is actually from a website where this company offers the service of creating these for you. And I'm going to read a few pages of excerpts of what things they say. AI avatars are like the Swiss Army knife of UGC, moonlighting as virtual influencers, reviewers, or explainers that give your content a pro edge without the influencer price tag. Picture an AI avatar unboxing your wireless earbuds in a chill UGC-style reel, or walking through your app's features like a tech-savvy pal, all whipped up in minutes. And what they're referring to there is the fact that you could hire an influencer and spend a lot of money and a lot of time filming them doing their testimonial in a studio or wherever. And this company is saying, well, you don't have to do that anymore. You can have AI create those for you. A fashion brand could have an avatar, quote, review a denim jacket with influencer-level charisma, displayed alongside customer posts. Unlike human creators, avatars skip the diva moments. You control every word, look, and vibe, making them a marketer's dream for consistent social media content that nails your brand's voice. It's like having a digital influencer crew that's always on call, no contracts needed. So sounds very inviting so far. AI avatars are a wallet-friendly dream, cutting UGC marketing costs compared to hiring influencers or producing professional videos. Instead of dropping thousands on a single influencer's 30-second TikTok or a full-blown studio shoot, AI UGC video tools let you create a virtual, quote, customer raving about your sneakers for pennies, complete with realistic vibes. For business, this means more budget for other campaigns while still getting that UGC branding and strategy glow. Imagine a skincare brand using AI to generate an AI avatar video, hyping their moisturizer, saving enough cash to run Instagram and TikTok ads, boosting return on investment. For example, a fitness brand could use AI to create an avatar, quote, review of a yoga mat during a viral fitness challenge. No need to wrangle a crew or book a studio. AI does the heavy lifting, letting you focus on strategy. It's like having a content machine that churns out Instagram Reel ideas faster than you can scroll TikTok. AI UGC video tools can take a single script, like a, quote, customer praising your headphones, and dub it in Spanish, French, or Hindi with natural accents, making your social media content resonate across markets, boosting your reach. Another killer use is testimonial-style video ads for social media, where the avatar acts as, quote, a satisfied customer, sharing a story about your skincare routine, complete with relatable gestures, boosting trust by 93% over text reviews. So let's take a look at a couple of these.
Meet Magic Moo Tallow, the all-natural skin remedy that keeps you glowing from head to toe. Crafted from premium grass-fed beef tallow, Magic Moo is packed with vitamins A, D, E, and K. It's perfect for restoring moisture, soothing rough patches, and enhancing skin elasticity. My skin feels softer than ever, and I love that it's all natural and toxin-free. Give your skin the nourishment it deserves. Try Magic Moo Tallow and feel the magic yourself. Order yours today at magicmootallow.com because your skin deserves the best.
Now, if that looked jerky or the lip sync was weird, that's just Zoom, because Zoom compresses video. The actual video is fine. And here's another one. And you notice that she was saying that she had used it and it's really worked for her. And he's going to say similar stuff about how he really used this and how it did great.
Drop shipping but don't know where to begin? Let me tell you about Viral Vault, the all-in-one toolkit by Jordan Welch that helped me get started in e-commerce. Viral Vault gives you 2 hand-picked winning products every day, along with ready-to-use video ads, product pages, and even marketing materials. What I love most? The support doesn't stop there. They offer weekly coaching calls with Jordan himself, plus access to an entire community of other entrepreneurs just like us. For someone like me who was just getting started, having access to those resources saved me so much time. It made launching my Shopify store way easier. The best part? You don't need any coding skills or deep marketing knowledge to use it. If you're serious about taking your e-commerce game to the next level, you should definitely check out Viral Vault. It's been a game changer for me.
Okay. So those are a couple of examples, and there are thousands of examples that are much more realistic than those. So we got these YouTube guys, lots of them, telling us that we should make these things, and we've got these companies that will make them for us. So now you can put your mics on and answer this question. So what's wrong with all this?
Well, I'm hoping to find out because I have done it. So I have actually done it. I have made video ads for my clients where I created an avatar that would come in, and I used Canva AI to come in and say, by using this product, this has happened and that has happened. And so I have done it. That's why I'm here to find out. After I saw your post, researched what I could about it and saw that I have to add a disclaimer. So I went back and added a disclaimer to everyone that I had previously created. And I hope that was the right thing to do.
Good. I'm glad you did that, so I don't have to tell the director of the FBI who's sitting right here to my right.
Pretty sure they already know what I'm doing. They know everything, right?
Yeah. So, okay, anybody else? What's wrong with all this?
I actually have created one myself too, but more to see what can done. I did it with my calendar with a girl on the beach talking about that it is great that the calendar is in 2 languages. But what if someone says or writes at the end, this is not a real person, this is AI, it is just advertisement for you about my product. Wouldn't that be better?
Well, as you'll see, you've got to do a lot more than that. You can't put it at the end. It's got to be right up front. It's got to be there all the time. It's got to be really obvious. Well, you'll see as we go through the law on it.
Tony, is there a law regarding this, or is this just a social mores, or what is it?
Well, you'll see. There's absolute laws. It's completely illegal to do these things, and you'll see why in a moment. But what's wrong with it? No one has yet said what's wrong.
Well, it's not entirely true, is it?
Yeah.
False advertising.
Yeah, it's fraud, pure and
Right.
simple. Misrepresentation.
Mm-hmm.
Of
So
course,
Exactly.
that happens all the time when they have people do testimonials and they're actors, and they don't necessarily.
usually the shit companies say this is an act of betrayal.
Mhm. Well, couldn't you do the same thing with AI? You could say this
Yeah.
is a
Yes,
portrayal.
you can.
They fill up a typical customer.
You can, but you'll see in a moment the FTC has laid out what you have to do and how you have to do that. And
Okay.
it's not what what Meg said about, I'll stick a disclaimer at the end. Nope. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to start with just in plain English, and then we'll get more legalese. So the FTC's endorsement guides, which was originally revised in 2023, require that endorsements or testimonials must reflect the honest beliefs, findings, or experiences of the person giving them. So clearly that would not be the case with an AI avatar, right?
Right.
They've never experienced that product that they're promoting. It's not their honest belief, their findings. If someone says, this product changed my life, but they never used it, this is unfair or deceptive advertising, and it is illegal, 100% illegal, and I'll show you the laws in a minute. The guides also explicitly cover virtual influencers or computer-generated avatars in the definition of endorser was broadened in 2024 to include fictional or virtual entities when they appear to give opinions or experiences. If someone creates, actually this is a quote, it's from Manus, I think, which is like ChatGPT on steroids. If someone creates an AI avatar testimonial that falsely purports to be a real person's experience, e.g., I used product X and achieved Y, when the avatar doesn't reflect a real person or the person didn't genuinely use the product, big risk. The final rule, which was October 2024, specifically prohibits testimonials that misrepresent the endorser's existence or experience. If someone uses AI to generate reviews/testimonials and then purports them to be genuine independent consumer reviews, especially on third-party sites, that is explicitly prohibited. And we're going to see the actual laws in a minute. The FTC's crackdown on AI-generated testimonials is part of a comprehensive enforcement strategy targeting deceptive AI practices across multiple industries. Recent enforcement actions demonstrate the Commission's commitment to holding companies accountable for AI-related misconduct. So, now we're going to look in a little bit more depth into the legal side of it. So, the FTC risks in generating AI avatar testimonial review videos. And we're going to look at what the actual rules are and what you have to do to comply with them and what you can do as an alternative. And there's a number of those. So, AI-generated testimonials are now explicitly illegal under federal law. The Federal Trade Commission finalized a comprehensive rule that went into effect on October 21, 2024, explicitly banning AI-generated fake reviews and testimonials. It was called 16 CFR Part 465 Trade Regulation Rules on Consumer Reviews and Testimonials. Commission vote was 5-0 unanimous, and the scope is all businesses operating in the United States. The rule specifically addresses reviews and testimonials that misrepresent, and that's the key thing that the FTC is going after, is misrepresentation. And of course, these AI fake reviews and testimonials are 100% misrepresentation. That misrepresent that they are by someone who does not exist, such as AI-generated fake reviews, or who did not have actual experience with the business or its products or services. The Trade Regulation Final Rule on the use of consumer reviews and testimonials by the Federal Trade Commission explicitly prohibits several deceptive practices, including creating, selling, or buying fake reviews. This includes reviews from non-existent individuals, such as those generated by AI, or from people who have not actually used the product or service. The FTC can impose penalties of up to $51,744 for each violation. So if you make 10 of these avatars, that's $500,000. If you make 100, it's $500,000. So the final rule on fake reviews and testimonials also prohibits creating, buying, or selling fake social media indicators, likes, comments, and followers, generated by AI bots to misrepresent engagement for commercial purposes. And how I came to be researching this whole area and discovered all this stuff, which I had no idea about, was I was actually looking at another community, and I joined the community just to check it out and see what they were doing that was good and see if it was something I could learn. And I noticed some very interesting red flags. One was that they claimed to have 18,000 members in 2 years, which I know from running communities is very suspicious, but also that they gave these tools, like they give ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini and all these other tools within the community for free, and that they were the very latest versions, and you could save thousands of dollars by paying $99 a month for this community, because you would get all these tools that cost $200 a month or cost thousands a year for free. And so I went inside, and the first thing I found out was that these tools were actually not what they claimed to be. They claimed to be ChatGPT 5 and ChatGPT 5 Pro, And they all turned out to be ChatGPT-4 and only trained up until 2023. They thought that Biden was the current president and that Charlie Kirk was alive and well. And they couldn't even access the web. So in other words, they were not only not better and up to date than what's currently freely available, but they were worse than what's currently available. But then they had within this same community 100 different areas where it looked like there was tremendous activity with lots of people posting and liking and commenting. And I and Manus and some other people were able to prove conclusively that more than 90% of those people were bots, AI bots, doing fake posts, fake likes, fake comments. It's a complete fraud, and it's a complete violation of this. Prohibits creating, buying, or selling fake social media indicators, likes, comments, and followers. And also this, FTC Act Section 5, Deceptive Trade Practices, prohibits false advertising, fraudulent material misrepresentation, and deceptive pricing, e.g. charging money for freely available tools, like that community up there is doing. Unjust enrichment, it's called, being paid for a product that doesn't exist as advertised. States are also actively passing deepfake deceptive media laws. Criminal and civil remedies exist in some states. So there's an extra layer of risk depending on where you operate as well as whose likeness you use. So, as I said, the civil penalties are up to $51,744 per violation, adjusted annually for inflation. And people who are doing a lot of this, the penalties can reach millions. So we're all going to go out now and do this, right? Yes. Of course.
Now that I know how, that's good.
Yes, exactly. And also, the people doing this have to give full refunds to all affected consumers for fraudulent charges. Court orders requiring immediate cessation of violations must stop the false advertising and have ongoing compliance monitoring. Disgorgement of profits, forfeiture of all profits obtained through fraud. Permanent industry bans, prohibition from operating similar businesses or making similar claims. They may be banned from subscription services or AI-related marketing. Criminal referral. For egregious cases involving wire fraud or email fraud, mail fraud, the FTC can refer to the Department of Justice for criminal prosecution. Potential prison time up to 20 years and fines. Now, funnily enough, all these YouTube videos saying everybody should go out and do this, and all these people on Fiverr saying, we'll do this for you, they somehow don't mention any of this. And they don't warn their clients that these are the penalties. So yeah, 100 AI avatar testimonial videos, 5,174,000 just in the basic fines, not counting all the rest of the stuff. Devreen says they may not even know it's illegal. That's absolutely the case. When I come across some of these in their comments, I mention, hey, you should warn people. And finding people going, whoa, I didn't know this was illegal. And some of you guys, you've done some of these things and you didn't know was this illegal, did you?
I really thought as long as they were giving accurate information that it would be okay to have an AI-generated person to give that information.
Yep.
Right.
Right. Well, as you
So-
it's not. No. And I'm not giving this seminar here. I'm an AI-generated person, but I'm being careful what I say.
If I hadn't met you in person, you might have got me there. But I need to go in and delete all those, I guess. ChatGPT wrote me some disclaimers, which I put under each video, but I guess my only option is to delete them.
Actually, no. If your disclaimers are under the video and if they're really visible, as you'll see in a minute, you're okay.
Okay.
So long as they're very obviously visible. But
My clients would probably kill me. Forget about the money. They'd come over here and
yeah, the disclaimers part is really important, but it's not only the disclaimers, it's how they're used.
Okay.
So yeah, additional financial risk, even beyond the FTC penalties, legal defense fees can exceed hundreds of thousands of dollars. Consumers can bring legal action for harm suffered. Competitors can file civil lawsuits for damages from false advertising. And of course, there's a reputational damage leading to lost business and market share. Yeah, and there's also, this goes beyond just the people who do this, because you'll see the writer case basically set a precedent that if you sell a service that allows users to generate false and deceptive product reviews, you're equally liable. All these guys on Fiverr have no clue. They're sitting there as targets for the FTC because they're enablers of this activity. Such people can be permanently banned from selling any review generation service, complete business prohibition, not just a fine. AI tool providers face direct liability. The enablers are now targeted. Liability exists throughout the supply chain. So the FTC will not only pursue businesses that use AI to generate fake reviews, but also the companies that provide the AI tools enabling this conduct. This creates liability throughout the entire supply chain. And there are 3 core violations, and this is why AI avatar testimonials are particularly problematic. One is they misrepresent that the reviewer exists. The avatar appears to be a real person, but is entirely fabricated. And the latest technologies like Sora 2 and VO3 make this so that it's getting almost impossible to tell that they're not real. 2, they misrepresent that the person used or had experience. The non-existent person could not have used the product. Duh. 3, misrepresents the experience itself. Any experience described is entirely fictional. And why the video format increases the risk is because there's a higher credibility perception. Consumers trust video testimonials more than text reviews. And there's the emotional manipulation side of it. Facial expressions and voice inflection cause false authenticity. And advanced avatars are increasingly realistic and hard to identify. And that's a greater deception impact. Video format makes the deception more convincing and more harmful. This is from the viewpoint of the FTC. Applies a new or should have known standard. Any reasonable business should understand that the person in the video doesn't exist. The testimonial is fabricated and consumers are being deceived. Companies cannot claim ignorance as a defense. And that's the bottom line. Consumers are being deceived because they think they're looking at someone who really existed and really used this product and really loved it, and therefore I should use this product because obviously it's great. This person said so and they're a real person. And they're not. It's a deception. So multiple parties, as I mentioned, can face liabilities. The businesses using AI testimonials, the AI tool providers, advertising agencies, many of whom who don't know this stuff, public relations firms, review brokers, reputation management companies, influencers, service providers. It's very broad. And the key principle is there's no just following orders defense. The FTC does not recognize a just following orders defense. Each party in the chain has an independent obligation to ensure compliance. Contractual relationships or vendor agreements do not transfer or eliminate liability. Companies must conduct due diligence on all vendors, agencies, and service providers involved in testimonial creation and distribution. So why are people doing this? Why do you think people are doing this?
It's easy advertisement. You don't have to pay someone to say, hey, what do you think about my product? You just tell the avatar what to say. And of course, it's good. And yeah, it is deceiving the customer. That makes completely sense.
Yeah. So according to Manos, the reason many people are still creating them is due to the rapid advancement of AI technology, where they're getting really easy to make and look incredibly realistic, not being informed of the laws and the risks, which is no longer a legal defense, the potential for short-term profit. That's one of the major reasons people are doing it. And the current difficulty in consistently identifying fake AI-generated content. However, there are safeguards coming in to make that much more identifiable. However, these companies face significant legal risks, including hefty fines and lawsuits. The FTC is taking fake user-generated content ads, UGC, including those potentially created by tools like Sora 2, very seriously. So, practical guardrails, things that you don't fabricate customer experiences or identities, including AI quote customers. If your AI could be mistaken for real, state conspicuously, and conspicuously is the term that they really push in the FTC. It's got to be really conspicuous that it is an AI. Don't buy or sell reviews or pay for, quote, positive review. If you're using an influencer, you have to disclose the material connection conspicuously. In other words, okay, I'm an influencer. I'm being paid by the company to say this. Keep substantiation for any claims in the testimonial. Maintain records of use, disclosures, scripts, and approvals. Keep records proving reviewers actually use the product or service and their relationship to your company. Because the main thing that the FTC focuses on is misrepresentation. If they find you're misrepresenting, that's trouble. So what can you legally do with AI avatars? Well, you can use AI avatars for fictional illustrative content with a clear label. Example, a short ad that uses an AI avatar to illustrate a customer scenario is okay if it's clearly labeled and conspicuously. Actor AI avatar used for illustrative purpose, not a real customer. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Could that then still say, well, actually, it cannot, how good the product is? That would be
Well,
not logical, right?
I know it's a gray area, but currently it can't say how good the product is as long as the person knows that they're not watching a real testimonial or review and they're watching up a made-up avatar just used for, quote, illustrative purposes.
How about using, what is it called now? You draw something like that guy below. You can see it is an avatar. It is
Right.
the real
Yeah,
person.
that I'm coming to that. That's okay. You'll see why in a second.
Yeah.
Using stylized or obviously fictional avatars, cartoon, heavily stylized, like this, where there's no implication they are real people or real customer experiences, so therefore less risk of misleading consumers. Now, I read recently the average IQ of Americans is 98, so there's going to be some people who might think this is real, but the majority are not going to, are they, right? Nobody here thinks that's real, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Now she could be real. She isn't.
Yeah.
She isn't, but she could be.
Yeah.
But not this.
Yeah.
Obtain explicit consent for someone's likeness or voice before cloning or recreating them. If you want to create a real person, including public figures, you must be sure you have their permission. Many state laws and privacy publicity rules apply. And there's a lot of people violating that using Sora 2 currently, and it's not legal. So how to use AI avatars? If the content is synthetic, i.e., it's an AI avatar who does not exist as a real person, who did not experience the actual product, label it clearly and conspicuously in the same medium. E.g., if it's a video, do it as an overlay on the video itself. That way it can't be missed or not seen. At the top of a post or in the ad copy, AI-generated avatar illustrative only. Small buried disclaimers aren't enough. Put the disclosure where people will read it without clicking more. For video, show on-screen label for the whole duration. For posts, put the disclosure at the top. So in other words, they want it really visible and in your face so nobody can say, hey, I didn't see that. I thought it was real. I bought the product. Now I'm suing. And document provenance. Keep records showing whether a testimonial is real, who created an avatar, consent forms, and any payments. Useful evidence if challenged. And train marketing teams and agencies on these rules. An enforcement action can name third parties who assist in creating or distributing fake reviews. So, Meg, if you're an advertising agency and you're doing this for clients, you need to let your clients absolutely know all this stuff and maybe have them sign something in your contract stating they're not going to violate these FTC rules. And they're going
One of the clients that I'm writing for is a lawyer, and he looked at it, and I guess he didn't even know. He's not practicing now. He's an older guy. But after I saw your post, I asked ChatGPT to write me some good disclaimers for each different client for what I was doing.
Yeah.
I went back and added the disclaimer to every single one that I had ever created going back to 2022.
Good.
Now, they might have been not always at the top, but I usually put an asterisk at the top and then asterisk at the bottom that says illustrative purposes only. So I may have to go back and move the position of the disclaimer if you think that's the best thing to do.
Yeah, and your guy who is retired and he's an attorney, he probably wasn't an FTC attorney, and the FTC has its own whole universe. So it'd have to be an attorney who's familiar with the FTC and their rules and regulations. But after tonight, that's you guys, because you know this stuff. Or you,
Thank you.
you're welcome. In fact, you can set yourself up as an attorney helping people not get charged $50,000 a shot.
Tony, I wouldn't even have a business if it weren't for you. Everything that I ever learned and all the encouragement was from the first seminar I ever saw with you, which was supposed to be for promoting music. And I was like, hey, wait a minute, I could use this knowledge for businesses too.
That's great. I'm very happy to hear that. Thanks, Meg. So some legitimate alternatives to AI avatar testimonials. Obviously, authentic customer testimonials. Disclosed actor portrayals, where you really have a clear disclosure, actor portrayal or dramatization. Case studies with real clients, real user-generated content with real users generating real content. Encourage customers to create and share their own content voluntarily with proper attribution. Expert endorsements. Work with credentialed experts who genuinely used your product and disclose material connections. Statistical customer satisfaction data. Present aggregate data from customer surveys with accurate representative methodology. Demonstration videos show actual product use and features with real employees or disclosed actors. Before-after results show genuine results from real customers with proper disclaimers about typical outcomes. The fundamental requirement is honesty and transparency. Marketing can be creative and persuasive, but it cannot deceive consumers about the source, authenticity, or nature of testimonials and reviews. So it's pretty clear-cut. Critical imperatives. Avatar testimonials are illegal, with no exceptions. The FTC rule explicitly prohibits reviews and testimonials by people who do not exist. It's strange that we even have to say this, but there are people who do not exist. There are no safe harbors or workarounds. Penalties.
So a disclaimer will not work if you have an AI-generated person saying, this is what will happen. This is what happened when we used the product. No way. Not even with a disclaimer.
Well, it seems, I'm not an FTC attorney, but it seems to me from what I've read here and studied here, you can say that so long as you make it absolutely clear with the actually embedded into the video, the text saying, this is not real. This is an avatar. This is for illustrative purposes only.
Okay.
Penalties are severe and multiply quickly. At $51,000 per violation, even modest use can result in millions of dollars in civil penalties, plus legal fees and reputational damage. Liability extends throughout the supply chain. AI tool providers, advertising agencies, PR firms, and all intermediaries face independent compliant obligations and potential enforcement. Legitimate alternatives exist and are effective. Authentic customer testimonials, disclosed actor portrayals, case studies, and expert endorsements provide compliant marketing options. Compliance requires proactive action. Passive awareness is insufficient. Organizations must audit current practices, cease violations, train staff, and implement verification procedures immediately, as you've done, Meg, which is excellent.
Thank you.
Final recommendations. Organizations must immediately audit all marketing materials for AI-generated testimonials and reviews, cease any prohibited practices, and implement comprehensive compliance programs. The FTC has demonstrated its commitments to aggressive enforcement, and the financial and reputational risks of non-compliance are substantial. So it's audit all materials, cease violations, implement compliance, protect the organizations. Act now to protect your organization. I'm going to skip the next two things because you know what's in the AI Connection Club. So if you want a copy of these slides, email me at here. And if you still haven't had a free AI coaching session, you can email me and ask for that as well. So that's them's the rules. So any questions?
Yes, I came across one. When you have products which is not a cream or a perfume or whatnot, let's say it is a book, a CD, some clothes, could you use avatars which are not human? Like, I forgot the word again, the cartoons. Oh,
Yes,
but
absolutely. So long as it's obvious that they're not real people.
yeah. So a cartoon could say, hey, that book is great, or that CD is great music because, and
Yeah, but you
whatever.
do also have to have the disclaimer, this is not a real experience. This is not a real, unless someone has actually said, here's a kind of little middle ground. Let's say you have a real testimonial by a real person who read your book and loved it, and now you're illustrating it with an avatar. That's okay, because it was really said, and you're not pretending it's a person.
Right, but you have to have evidence for that, right? Like
Sure.
a record of some.
Sure.
Yeah.
And in that instance, having the actual person video their testimonial would be the best, by far.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I have to admit, I was very surprised when I found all this stuff out when I was researching that other community. But I thought I better warn people because it can get expensive.
Thank you for the warning, Tony.
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, and you guys now know more than most people out there about this.
Yeah, we're experts now.
You are. You actually are.
Very good.
Good.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, Davreen says, thank you, Tony. When we know better, we do better. That's very good. Very true.
It's a great quote.
Yeah. Okay, so unless there's any more questions or anything more you want to discuss about this.
So when you put together a video that has pictures that are like slides that go by of people, would that be also considered falling within these rules?
Are they real people?
They're just free images that you can get from Canva or somewhere like that.
Well, are they pretending that they're saying something that they never said or never experienced?
So that's the key takeaway.
Yeah.
Make sure that they're not expressing something that they did not do. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a misrepresentation and comes under fraud.
What about if okay, I think I understand. If I put together, let's say, like an AI generated meal with food from a caterer, then I just have to have there that this is for illustrative purposes only.
Sure.
Generate that shows usual customer experience or something like that. What ChatGPT's been writing them for me.
Good. I found Manus to be very much an expert in this area. So you might also check with Manus, which is free. And
Okay.
And ask its opinion as well, because it tends to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to break up with ChatGPT. It's giving me some conflicting information.
I can believe it. Yeah, I find Manus to be more consistent and more predictable. But I have a special offer for you all tonight. Now, if you go ahead and do all these things, the FTC will fine you $51,744. But I, under my special deal, will only fine you $39,321.
All right. What a deal.
I know. How can you resist?
I'll take 10.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild, especially when you consider, hang on, these guys, of which there are so many now. And I was amazed today when I saw two really reputable guys saying, hey, you really should be doing this. And boy, oh boy, they just don't know.
Well, I tell you what, Tony, this is a great service you're providing to keep us informed.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, it's my pleasure. Always happy to help.
Well, it's a big help. Thank you.
You bet. Okay, so I'm going to say good evening, gentlemen and ladies.
Until tomorrow.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Well, thank you very much for coming tonight. Nice to see you all. And
Thank you.
I'll see some of you tomorrow.
Very good. Take care. Bye, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.